especially in the chemical space, is the view that's coming in from Vaishali. All right, our first question for the day then is from Jaikishan Guneshwar, who is writing in, and he's got an IPO allotment of Tata Technologies last year and wants to know if he can continue to hold at the moment or not. Rajesh, I'll come to you on this one, and if you can also try to pull up how Tata Tech has done since its IPO. Rajesh, what would your advice be to Jaikishan? Should he continue to hold or sell at the moment?
Good morning, Mahima. Good morning, Vaishali. Tata Tech, since its IPO, has not done anything on the bourse. I remember it was around 1400 after its listing, and it has fallen down to almost 700. That's almost a 50% discount from post-listing to current price. Despite the fact that the company has a strong footing in auto software, I would say, and they're doing very well. Previously, they were dependent for maximum revenue from Tata Group. Now they have diversified, not only diversified the client base, but they have diversified the product base too. Going forward, I think this company can give almost 15 to 20% return from the current market price in the next 1 year or so. So at this point of time, we suggest a hold on this stock.
Right, so that's with regards to where Tata Technology stands. Our next question then is from Dilip Asolkar, who's writing in from Mumbai. He's got 22 shares of Kaynes Technology, bought at 5850 a piece, and he wants a midterm view, that is from 3 to 6 months perspective. Vaishali, I'll come to you on this. What are the charts indicating when it comes to Kaynes Technology?
So, well, the stock has, after making a high of around 8,000 levels, it's now consolidating. It did make a low of 4,000, and currently it is nicely sitting on a cluster of moving averages. So for now, I would say keep 5,500 as a near-term support level. And once we see the stock moving above 6,000 with a 6 months perspective, you can look for the first target of 6,500. And from there on, we can have a relook. So for now, it's a positive view, and 5,500 should act as a support.
All right, so that's with regards to where Kaynes Technology stands. Our first caller for the day, Pradeep, is calling in from Bengaluru. Pradeep, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Very good morning to all of you, madam.
Good morning, Pradeep.
Yes. You see, I am having 30 shares of Credit Access Grameen.
Okay.
Right. Now, it has been languishing for long,
right,
but recently it has made an up move. And it has just broken even just now. So I would just like to know whether I should hold on to it or should I exit from it.
Okay, and when you bought Credit Access Grameen, was it the fundamentals that you saw?
Yes, it was the fundamentals because I am a long-term investor.
Understood.
And I'm having a vision. I've been investing for 3 years and I have a vision of further 2 years.
Understood. All right. So I got your question, Pradeep. I'll take this up with Rajesh. Rajesh, Credit Access Grameen is the counter, and he wants a view whether he can continue to hold from a longer term perspective or not. He's just moved to the green, making profits of about 200 odd rupees. What is your view?
See, the gentleman said it right. It has not done anything in the from a very long period of time. And this moment, I think it's just because of market condition and nothing else, because the numbers are not that supportive at this point of time. Even there are concerns about their margins and asset quality going forward. It's better to switch to a better bank, I would say. To AIDC Bank or Axis Bank would be a better choice at this point of time.
Okay, so that's with regards to where Credit Access Grameen stands. In fact, Q4 was a quarter where it turned profitable after losses for quite a few quarters. So that is also something that has, kind of aided the positivity in terms of where the stock momentum is concerned. All right, the next question is from Aniket, who's writing in and wants to invest in both Senco Gold as well as Sky Gold, and need to know as to where rally in the gold stocks will be in the next 5 odd years. Rajesh, I'll come to you on this one. In fact, we'll be speaking about Sky Gold on KYC today. That is Know Your Company, which is the next show. The question that we are going to pose to Sky Gold on KYC today will be that is promoters selling a major concern, plus the strong growth that the company has seen. Will it be able to sustain that? And what has led to the negative cash flow in the past 2 years? That is the key questions that we'll be speaking on the Know Your Company show. And we'll also be speaking to the management, that is Mangesh Chauhan. In fact, he's the management as well as the promoter of the company, MD and the CFO and plus the promoter of the company, and we'll be speaking to him about all of these concerns and of course how Sky Gold is seeing itself in the next 5 years. But Rajesh, speaking about Sky Gold and Senco Gold, what's the view like, and of course your outlook on these gold stocks on the back of rising gold prices?
Coming one by one, gold prices has gone beyond 1 lakh, as we all know, and that's majorly because of one, buying by central bankers across the world, and that was one of the major reasons. And second, because of geopolitical tensions going across the world, and people are moving to safe haven assets, and that's the reason gold has gone up to like anything. It's scoring above 3,300 odd dollars. At this point of time, too, I won't be surprised if moves up further from here because of the marriage season that's coming in the next few months, and because of the tensions that's still going on. And not to forget about the dollar becoming weaker. So these are some of the factors which have pushed gold prices. Whether they will sustain or not in the near term is a question that we all are looking for. But for a longer term horizon, yes, it's a good bet as a commodity. As far as stocks are concerned, I think Sky Gold, you raised a very valid question that the company has been facing negative cash flows from since very long period of time, and for that reason, we are not that bullish on the stock. As far as Senco is concerned, the company has been doing well. It was basically concentrated towards the eastern part of India. Now they are trying to expand to other part of the country. It has corrected quite a lot from its recent highs, I would say, and the company has been doing well, expanding their product profile also. So somebody can take a position in Senco Gold for maybe a target of 400 odd rupees. But a safer bet to play the entire gold space, I still believe that would be Titan, because it belongs to a larger group and has a large number of stores going well. I would be more happy going with Titan than going for Sky Gold or Senco at this point of time.
First, Titan over Sky Gold or Senco Gold is the view coming in from Rajesh there. All right, our next caller, Pranamjeet, is calling in from Himachal Pradesh. Pranamjeet, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Good morning, madam. Madam, I am having 10,000 shares of Hindustan Zinc.
Okay.
At the rate of 433.
All right.
Want to know long term as well as short term.
Okay, Pranamjeet, not sure and I don't remember it correctly. Have you asked this question before to us?
No.
No, okay, all right. So then congratulations, because you're sitting on a significant amount of profits of 1 lakh odd rupees. So first of all, congratulations on that. And I'll take this up with Rajesh again. Rajesh, he's sitting on profits of 1 lakh rupees already right now. Would you recommend to book partial profits and hold some of the share of Hindustan Zinc, or should he continue to hold all 10,000 odd shares?
See, the quantity is very huge, and I'm not aware of what percentage of portfolio the gentleman has in Hindustan Zinc. If it is the only stock which he has, then it's quite a risky bet, I would say, because concentration is there. So he might think of liquidating some portion of it if it's a huge percentage of its portfolio. Otherwise, as far as the company's fundamentals are concerned, we are very bullish on this going forward, not because of the zinc as a commodity doing well, but because of the silver component this company has. They give a good dividend. And at these prices, I think the valuations are also very attractive. So for a longer term horizon, one can continue to hold, but just be aware of your quantity because it's a very huge quantity.
Okay. I'm not sure if Paramjeet is still there online. If we have him, do we have him? Okay, we don't have him. The call has dropped, it seems. But okay, next time when he calls, we'll ask him about his concentration in Hindustan Zinc. The next question is from Sandeep Kore, who's writing in and asking about Asian Paints and wants to know if there's a chance for Asian Paints to touch, back its all-time high. Vaishali, I'll come to you on this one. What are the charts indicating for Asian Paints now?
Well, it's hard to tell whether it will reach its all-time high, but right now I can say that, it is technically quite well placed. I mean, there is good correction taken place. So I would first look at a target of 2,500 to 2,700 levels. Then let's see how it goes, because overall, crude is quite in favor of Asian Paints right now. And I would say take it as a trading strategy, not too sure whether it will go to those high levels.
Okay, so that's with regards to where charts are concerned for Asian Paints. Our next caller, Ajay, is calling in from Ambala. Ajay, a very good morning to you. कैसे मदद करें आपकी?
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. मेरा क्वेश्चन मैम AI इंजीनियरिंग पे है. मेरे पास 39 पे 300 शेयर्स है. मैम ये काफी नीचे आ गया है. क्या मैम इसको बेच के सीमेंस एनर्जी ले सकते हैं? वो 27 से 25 के आसपास है.
और ये आपने चार्ट्स देख के खरीदा था या फंडामेंटल्स देखे थे कंपनी के?
नहीं मैम, फंडामेंटल देख के ही लिया था. मैं वहाँ से 1-1.5 महीने पहले लिया था, बट मैम चलता ही नहीं है, ये नीचे ही आता जा रहा है. मतलब
ठीक है, ओके, समझ गए आपकी क्वेश्चन. राजेश, आई विल टेक दिस अप विथ यू एंड इफ पॉसिबल यू कैन आंसर द क्वेश्चन इन हिंदी. AI engineering is the counter. He's bought it a month and a half ago and he's sitting on losses of around 45,000 rupees. क्या करना चाहिए उसको? खरीद के रखना चाहिए, होल्ड करना चाहिए या सेल कर देना चाहिए, एंटर इनटू समथिंग लाइक Siemens?
See, taking one by one, as suggested, let me reply in Hindi. AI इंजीनियरिंग आपने लिया है फंडामेंटल्स देख करके, और मैं कहूँगा कंपनी अच्छी है, बने रहे स्टॉक में. 1 महीने में अगर आपने फंडामेंटली इन्वेस्ट किया है तो थोड़ा सा मध्यम से लंबी अवधि का नजरिया रखें और 1-2 महीने के लिए चिंतित ना हो स्टॉक में, क्योंकि मार्केट में कई कंडीशंस प्ले करते हैं, तो इस वक्त होल्ड रहेगा. जहां तक सीमेंस एनर्जी की सवाल है, अभी रिसेंटली डीमर्ज हुई है सीमेंस कंपनी. पावर का पोर्टफोलियो इनका बहुत अच्छा है. 15,000 करोड़ के आसपास की ऑर्डर बुक है, जो कि करीब 2 साल की रेवेन्यू दिखाती है, और नए ऑर्डर्स आने की भी पूरी संभावना है, क्योंकि सरकार का पूरा नजरिया पावर वगैरह को बढ़ावा देने का है. तो लॉन्ग टर्म इसका बहुत अच्छा है. अब चूंकि अभी हालिया की लिस्टेड कंपनी है और डीमर्ज में कई लोगों को मिले ही है, तो हो सकता है कि सप्लाई कंसर्न्स हो. कुछ MSCI वगैरह में भी सेलिंग आने की बातें चल रही है, क्योंकि सीमेंस जिनकी थी उनके सीमेंस एनर्जी आए हैं. तो थोड़ा शॉर्ट टर्म में प्रेशर हो सकता है, बट लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए बहुत अच्छा स्टॉक है. इसमें कोई भी गिरावट में आप खरीदारी कर सकते हैं.
So that's with regards to where AI engineering as well as Siemens Energy stands. Our next question is from Mohit, who's writing in from Ludhiana. He's holding 500 odd shares of restaurants brand Asia at 106 a piece, and his time horizon is for the next 3 odd years. Rajesh, I'll again come to you on this one. QSRs in the past 2 quarters have fairly done well, but do you think that restaurant brands is the right pick amongst the QSR present right now in India?
I don't think so. The numbers are not that exciting. It's not doing that well. The expansion has not been that great. And yes, I agree that inflation is at a subdued level at this point of time because of various reasons, but you never know when commodity prices start moving up. So margins would always be a concern. Even SSG has not been that great. A better play would be either Jubilant Foods or Sapphire Foods for that matter, rather than going for restaurant brands.
Okay, so that's the view with regards to where these QSRs stand. Our next question is from Shankar, who is calling us from Chennai. Shankar, a very good morning to you. I believe you have a question on Canara Bank.
Yes, very good morning. Yesterday I bought Canara Bank at the rate of 109 rupees 50 paise,
Okay.
1300 shares. But my problem is I'm only 1 month. I short-term outlook. Any chance it will surpass us 121 or 130 rupees?
Okay, got your question, Shankar.
Please guide me.
Got your question. I'll take this up with Vaishali. Vaishali, what he's saying is his time horizon is just 1 month. Do you think it'll cross that 121 to 130 mark in that 1 month period?
Well, it's wishful thinking, but right now, as I said, we are at a resistance. We need to move past the levels to see further upside. Now, talking about PSU banks and especially Canara Bank, I think it's getting in a trend. So if 1 month is a horizon, keep 105 as the stop loss. And if all going well, there is good buying happening in PSU banks. In all likelihood, this can do 150.
Okay, so that's with regards to where charts are concerned for Canara Bank. Our next question is from Arjun, who's writing in from Bengaluru. He's got REDA 100 shares bought at 165 a piece and planning to hold for the next 5 odd years, and wants to know if this is a good stock to hold in your portfolio. Rajesh, what's the view like?
See, the company is good. They are into financing of renewable energy system, and with the recent RBI guidelines coming for project financing, that's a positive for all these stocks, whether it's PFC, REC or IREDA. For long term, yes, it's a good company, but at this point of time, the valuations seems to be on a higher side. So I would say wait for some correction, maybe 150, 140 odd rupees would be a better levels to enter.
Okay, so that's with regards to where IDA stands. Our next caller, Mansing, is calling in from Andhra Pradesh. Mansing, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Good morning, ma'am. I want to add PG Electro Plus.
Okay.
How is the fundamental and what are the entry levels? Is it the right time to buy for 2 to 3 years?
Okay, got your question.
Any other pick from packaging
EMS
industry?
space? Okay, got your question, Mansing. I'll take this up with Rajesh again. He wants to buy PG Electro Plus. Do you think that's the right pick in the EMS space, Rajesh?
See, EMS as a space is doing very well and is likely to do well in the near future because of various reasons of the government focus and all those things. PG Electroplast is one of the companies that is going to do well at this point of time, although the valuation seems to be a bit on a higher side, but still for a long-term view, I think one can buy this. Even Sirma SGS, so one can consider both these companies are going to do well.
Right, so that's with regards to where these EMS stands. And of course, we have one more question on Dixon Technologies today. Satish from Bengaluru is asking this question. He's holding 110 odd shares of the particular counter and sorry, not 110, 16 odd shares of Dixon Tech bought at 15,050 a piece, sitting on a loss of 14,000 odd rupees right now. Vaishali, today on there was a note on this particular counter with a 37% downside. What's the view like? Should he continue to hold Dixon or book losses right now?
Well, I would say the trend is down right now. There is no confirmation of an upward trend. So keep today's low as a stop loss. And if any bounce coming in, you can exit them.
Right. So that's it with regards to where Dixon Tech stands. Our next question then is from Mohan Raj, who's writing in from Chennai. And he wants to know if he can buy Zeal Limited at the moment from a swing trade perspective. Vaishali, is that the right thing to do right now?
So I would say Z actually has already gone into a momentum since quite some time. So I would say keep 140 as the support or a stop loss. And I think look for a target of 155 to 160 for now.
Okay, so that's with regards to where Z Entertainment stands. Our next question, in fact, our next caller, Shankar, is calling in from Kolkata. Shankar, a very good morning to you today. How can we help you?
Very good morning, ma'am. See, I'm having 20 shares of Tata Communications.
Okay.
Purchased at 934 rupees about 3 years back.
Okay.
So I would just like to know whether I should keep it for another period of 2 years or should I book profits?
Okay, got your question, Shankar. Rajesh, what's the view like?
See, if you're holding, considering holding for a period of 2 years, you can continue to hold. The fundamentals are very strong. Company is doing very well. Submarine cable business is doing well. At this point of time, although the valuations are on our high side at 1,600, 1,700 odd rupees, but for a longer term horizon, it's a hold.
Longer term horizon, it's a hold on Tata Communication. The next question is from Prakash, who's writing in from Chennai. He's holding 1,000 shares of Aditya Birla Capital, bought at 220 a piece, and he's holding this since 2017. What he's saying is, can he hold this counter for the next 3 odd months for a 50% plus return? Vaishali, it seems far-fetched, but do you think that's possible?
So see, Aditya Birla Capital has given a multi-year breakout level, I think, and it is all-time high actually. So I would say, well, 250, 255 should act as a stop loss. And since the trend is already in a strong upward move, I think this can go towards 280 levels to 300 to start with. So yes, 255 should act as a stop loss and continue.
Okay, so that's the view with regards to where AB Capital stands. Our next question is from Kishore, who is writing in from Hyderabad, and his question is on Tejas Networks. He's holding 100 odd shares bought at 1025 a piece. From the last 1 year, what he's saying is that he's sitting on a loss. Let's try to pull up what his losses are exactly. It's roughly 26,000 odd rupees, and he wants a long-term view on this one from an 18-month perspective. Rajesh, I'll come to you. Should he hold average at the moment or sell Tejas Networks?
See, valuations are still high, although the company is doing well, the numbers are good, order book is good, and the sector looks very exciting. But still, we find that the valuation at these levels are quite high. It might slip to maybe 600 odd levels in the next 3 to 6 months, what we perceive as. So it's better to either hold for a long period of time, otherwise for a medium term, I think one should try to book losses.
Okay, so that's with regards to where Tejas Network stands. Our next question is from, do we have the name of this person? Jitendra. Okay, Jitendra Mahajan is writing in and he's holding Cochin Shipyard's 100 shares bought at 2,700 a piece. And he wants to know if he can hold or sell at the moment. So he's bought at elevated levels. Vaishali, would you recommend him to keep holding it from a medium term perspective, or can he sell the counter and book losses?
I think it's already given a good run up. So right now it is in a regular retracement zone. So if 2000 levels break, then it would call for further downslide. So keep a stop loss of 2000, because according to me, the defense sector has done its bit and it can consolidate to probably see some profit booking. So keep a stop loss of 2000.
All right, so that's with regards to where Cochin Shipyard stands. But with that, viewers, it's time to slip into a very short break. But we'll be right back answering all your queries on the other side. So do stay tuned.
गोल्ड प्लस ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रिफ्लेक्टिव ग्लास लगाओ, धूप की गर्मी को दूर भगाओ और बिजली का बिल भी बचाओ।
Imports become the exception rather than the norm, and increasingly we do almost last year, for example, of the contracts that we signed of record 2,09,000 crores, 81% was awarded to the domestic industry. Our intent is to manufacture in India, preferably with design also in India.
I am so elated to be on the same screen as the Defense Secretary, and I get a chance to talk about what he said.
In certain areas, like for example, artillery guns and armored vehicles, or in some categories of missiles like the BrahMos and the Akash, we've come of age.
What Defense Secretary Sir said is 100% true, and today private industry can really increase their involvement in R&D.
I am very proud to say that we make, in our categories that we have been supplying to our defense forces, some of the best platforms in the world.
Sources in ED seeking explanation on Yuvraj Singh, Harbhajan Singh, on why they are endorsing such platforms which are banned by Government of India, and the mule account and Benami transaction, the kind of promotional payout being given to some of the media houses, the ad rates are between 50 crore to 100 crore.
What happens in reality is that under the garb of skill-based game, they end up promoting gambling only.
27,000 crore is what the tax evasion, the top popular betting apps are actually evading. Between January and March alone, they have seen 1.6 billion of traction.
The markets move fast.
And so should your portfolio. Expert insights, real-time stock picks.
Do I buy Ola?
Should I hold CDSL for the long term?
Buy, sell or hold.
The answers you need, straight from the experts.
Callers from India and across the world. Connect live, ask, decide and invest wisely.
Your portfolio, your future. Ask Profit.
Do you really know the company you invest in? What is the real picture behind presentations and claims?
Welcome back. You're watching Ask Profit, a show that gets all your stock-related queries answered. But before we move on to your queries, there's an interesting story development that Shimi is bringing in. The government is considering waiving spectrum usage charges for defense, armed forces, as well as paramilitary and science and technology department, as outstanding dues run into several crores. Shimi is joining us with more details on that. Shimi, what are you picking up?
Yeah, so this has been a demand from, certain departments, several key departments rather, including defense, armed forces, paramilitary forces, as well as the science and technology. So what sources are telling us that this entire proposal would be taken up by cabinet meeting today, with starting, a few minutes later. So the move comes amid concern raised by these departments over the imposition of spectrum usage charges on that is used for non-commercial or strategic or scientific purposes. So what officials are telling us that this cumulative dues from these departments have run into several crores over the years, as most of them have not paid any SUCs payment for an extended period. So what also we are getting sense that these are critical institutions and that use spectrum for national security, research and emergency responses. So they are not generating any revenue from this usage. So the standard commercial charges shouldn't apply is what the demand has been. And department have objected also to being billed under the same framework as telecom operator, emphasizing the fact that they are not for the commercial usage. The nature is non-commercial. So the argument came that who will pay the SUC on that part. So now the proposal on the cabinet table to decide that whether they will get the waiver or not. But this has been a long-standing demand, and we will see some decision coming in the today's cabinet meeting.
And we'll keep you updated with regards to what the cabinet meeting decides with regards to where these spectrum usage charges stand. All right, thank you so much, Shimi, for breaking that down for us. Let's continue with the queries then. Rahul from Jaipur is writing in, and he's got 2,419 odd shares of Nugent Software, bought at 1195 a piece. He wants to know if he can add more, and if yes, for how much time can he continue to hold? Vaishali, I'll come to you on this one. This is a very short-term query. Now he's clarified and written that he wants to hold this for the next 4 odd days. What would you recommend? Can he continue to hold the counter, or should he book whatever price he's getting right now?
I think if 4 days is the criteria, then 1100 is the stop loss, 1200 is the hurdle. So about 1200, it may maximum go to 1220, 1240. So act accordingly.
Okay, so that's with regards to where Nugent Software stands. Our next question is from Ravi Kumar, who's writing in from Tamil Nadu. He's holding 200 odd shares of Kalyan Jewellers, bought at 5 and 6 a piece. Wants to know if you can hold from a short-term perspective or not. Once again, Vaishali, your view on Kalyan Jewellers with respect to where charts are concerned?
So, Kalyan Jewellers, currently the price is 533. In fact, it's just taking a new round of momentum right now. So, I would say keep 520 as stop loss and look for a trading target of 550. Above that, I don't know how short term period it is. So, 550 would be the first target. Above that, 600 is the level to watch. That is the main resistance level.
Okay, so that's with regards to where Kalyan Jewellers stand. The next question is from Sunita, who's writing in from Hyderabad. She's holding Aegis Vopak at 233 a piece, 125 odd shares, and wants to know when the results came. What she's saying is she's been holding this since the results came, and she wants to know if she can continue to hold further or not. Rajesh, your view on Aegis Vopak?
See, I think it's better to book profit at these levels, because I think all the fundamentals have been discounted in this. Any meaningful upside from these levels would take some time to materialize. It's better to book profits and re-enter at lower levels.
So that's with regards to where Aegis 4-pack stands. The next question is from Sunena, who's writing in from Bengaluru. She's holding Voltas 100 quantity bought at 1312 a piece, and she's saying she can wait for the next 1 or 2 odd months. And what could be the target price for that? Vaishali, on the charts for Voltas?
So I would say technically Voltas has been consolidating since a very long time after a recent high of 1900 odd levels and currently at 1300 levels. So I would say 1250 is the support, near-term support. As soon as the stock moves about 1250, it comes out of a big resistance level, and from there on, I would say there could be further rally going towards 1400 levels. So I think you should hold, not in a hurry.
Okay, so that's the view with regards to where Voltas stands. A very interesting question is asked by Dr. Nitish. He's asking if, as a student, what shares can he invest in right now? He's not given us the quantity, the kind of amount that he wants to invest in right now. But Rajesh, as a beginner, what would you recommend him to go ahead and buy right now? Let's say 2 or 3 odd stocks.
See, as a beginner, I believe that he is new to stock market and just starting. So it's better to stick to large cap names or Nifty 50 names, which can be good for long term and be stable with less amount of risk. Equity as a product is always have an inherent risk attached to that. So as far as safe bet for a long term horizon at this point of time, I can suggest go for Reliance, HDFC Bank, ITC, Larsen, or a Cipla. These are 5 stocks from 5 different sectors, which can be held for a long term. If not in a lump sum, one can do a SIP mode, buying small quantities every month and accumulating these stocks for longer term horizon.
Okay, so that's the view with regards to where what stocks you can go ahead and buy right now as a beginner in the stock market. All right, and next caller, Vishal, is calling in from Chandigarh. Vishal, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Yes, a very good morning to you, ma'am. I had a query, ma'am. I hold Blue Jet Healthcare 579 shares at the cost of 891.
Okay.
Now, this stock is into the CDMO thing, but it is at a very high P, that is of 50. I was thinking of changing, although I'm not losing much on this. I was thinking of changing to Dodla Dairies, which is at a P of 30 and has shown good results. Is that a nice switch, or should I stay at Blue Jet only?
Okay, got your question, Vishal. I'll take this up with Rajesh. Rajesh, he's completely shifting the sector as well. But what he's saying is that it's based on the P multiples that he's looking at right now. But I think the right thing, and you would be the right person to answer this, the right thing to do would be to shift in the same space which has a lower P, right? What would you suggest?
See, I was coming to that only because when you are comparing P, you cannot compare apples with oranges. See, you're comparing P of a pharma company, growing pharma company, I would say, with a company in a dairy products, which are 2 different sectors having 2 different Ps. Even in the same sector, if you look at private sector bank and public sector bank, private sector banks are always traded at a higher P versus private sector bank. Public sector bank. So it's impossible to compare Ps of 2 different sectors. Coming one by one, Blue Jet is a very strong company. Rather, I would recommend a buy on this. The company has been doing very well. They export their products. They are into sweetener that's used in the toothpaste and other things. The expansion has been complete. And I believe that going forward, the numbers are going to be good because of the expansion and all. Dodla Dairy is also good, but there are inherent risks associated with that. So, and that's the reason for the low P, I would say. So rather than switching from Blue Jet to Dodla, what I would suggest, be in Blue Jet. And if you have spare money, you can invest in Dodla.
All right. Rajesh, hi, good morning. And Vaishali, hi, good morning to you as well. Joining a little late today, but then pleasure as always to be on this program with you as well, Mahima, and to speak to all of you. The first question that we're taking is, or the first question I'm taking, I should say, because you've gone and taken quite a few so far. Mayura Kshatriya is writing in and she's asking about State Bank of India. She's purchased 650 shares today. And taking into consideration the relatively modest decline of about 1.7% over the course of the last 6 months. So she's looked at the price action over the course of the last 6 months. She's looking at whether or not to keep holding this. So Vaishali, on the chart, State Bank of India has not been a big mover, she's pointed out. What is the potential upside?
So I would say, good morning, Alex. Yes. These stocks, I don't think they should be taken as a day or 2 trading strategy. I think this is one of the heavyweight in the public sector banks. So technically, I think it's very well placed. Keep on accumulating 760, 770 acts as a very good support. And long-term price projections, what we are looking at is perhaps 880 to 920. So according to me, this is not a trading stock. Just hold.
I believe we've got a caller from Hyderabad. Suresh is calling us. Suresh, very good morning. How can we help you today?
Yeah, hi. Very good morning. So is it right time to take an entry in NMDC? It has been fallen from 75, 76 zone to recent low. It's 67 for short term.
Okay.
Can I get the same level? I'm planning to take invest around 3 lakhs on the same.
Got it. Okay. So Vaishali, pretty straightforward question. When you say short term though, Suresh, you just want to clarify, you're talking about 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months?
I can hold it for 6 months.
6 months. Okay. Vaishali, so there you have it. The timeline is also defined. What is the level that you would look at as the best level to accumulate?
Well, so right now it is just moving in a narrow range of 65 to 70 levels. So 65 would act as a very good support. So buy closer to the support level, and once it crosses 70 levels, this is ready. It is coming out of its consolidation, and it can go towards first target would be 76, and after that 86. So that's the target that we are looking at. So do buy and accumulate even at lower levels.
Next question is from Teja Reddy, who's writing in from Ireland, and he's saying that he's a daily viewer of our program. So thank you so much for that, Teja. His question is that he wants to invest in pharma companies from a view of 5 to 10 year perspective. What he has picked right now is Dr. Reddy's and Sun Pharma, and of these companies, he's saying that which stock would you recommend, and he has an amount of roughly 2 lakh rupees that he wants to invest in. Rajesh, your view, should he diversify into both of these counters, or should he invest 2 lakh rupees in one of these?
See, I would say diversify in both these counters. Put 1 lakh each into both the companies. Both the companies are very strong companies, frontline companies, having good product profile, and not only domestic, but they cater to international markets also. And some of them are feeling the heat because of Trump's and all. But still going forward, I think both the companies are going to do well when you look at a period of 5 years. So diversify in both, put half money in DRL and half in Sun Pharma.
Okay. All right. We've got a next caller from Bengaluru. Murli is calling us. Murli, very good morning to you, sir. How can we help you?
Very good morning to you. And the question is to my Mr. Agarwal is my favorite, Rajesh is my favorite fundamental analyst.
Okay.
My question is, I bought my wishes to him through you, and I bought 20 shares of 3M India at a rate of 29,075.
Okay.
So it's a low liquid counter in MNC and low liquid counter. It has a good dividend yield. They started paying the dividend for the past few years now. All along they are not paying dividend also. This year the dividend is around 512 rupees on a 10 rupee share. But I am looking at a long term, and it has reached a peak of 40,000 rupees. Though it's an IPE company, now it is around 29,000. I bought around 29,075, 20 shares. What is the view? Because most of the MNCs are not, low liquid are not the coverage area of the analyst. So please guide me.
Yeah, it's an interesting company. The number of copyrights, the number of intellectual property that it has, the number of products that it has developed, it's an interesting story to say the very least. So let me ask Rajesh what he thinks about 3M India. It's not, as he's pointed out, the most liquid counter, and you heard the first part also. So I don't need to pass on those well wishes.
Thank you, Mr. Mulli, for your kind words. It's viewers like you which motivate us to come every day on channels.
I thought it was me.
Yes, of course, it's you. Because let me share with you a fact, Alex. My first venture in media around 20 years back was NDTV Profit, which I continued for almost 3 months after venturing to other channels. So NDTV will always be a favorite because it's one of my first.
Glad to hear.
Anyway, coming to 3M India, It's a very good company, no doubt. And as you said, a lot of IP rights, a lot of products developed in a long term. The only issue is for the volume, which is not there. And that's a fact for almost all the MNC companies, because majority of the shareholding is either with the promoters or with the institutions which never sell. And for long-term horizon, you continue to hold, don't look at everyday price movement. It's a kind of stock which one can continue to keep in its portfolio for money, unless you have a requirement of fund, no need to sell kind of. So continue to hold.
Okay, continue to hold 3M India is the view coming in from Rajesh. Our next question is on HDFC Bank. Do we have the name of the... Okay, Amit Kumar from Gurgaon is writing in to know as to what he can do with his HDFC Bank holdings. Vaishali, on the charts, from a medium-term perspective, how are the charts faring?
Well, banking stocks are all doing well, and HDFC also is doing very well. So I think continue holding. It is in an upward trend, and this stock can go towards 2,000 and higher. So my view is positive.
I mean, are we reading that right?
Yeah,
so,
I just read that on the screen.
So I just want to ensure, if you're listening to this, Amit Kumar from Gurgaon, please clarify, because you've written 10,000 units of HDFC bought at 1929, which would mean that the acquisition price would be 1.9 crore. And another 10 units bought at 1,908. Of course, no judgment. If you bought, kudos to you, and hopefully you don't have concentration risk. Let's talk about JP Power next. And from HDFC Bank, it's a pretty wild switch. We've got viewer Srishal, who's writing in from Bengaluru and who is sitting on decent profit. He says that he has bought at levels of 14.2. Vaishali, on the charts, what would you do?
I think this too is in a good upward trend. Since it's for a trading perspective, keep a stop loss of 17. And I think this stock in times to come can go towards 2021. So still there is scope of further upside.
And we've gotten clarification on the HDFC Bank doubt that we had. Amit does indeed have 10,010 units of HDFC Bank.
Interesting.
Okay, let's take the next one. We've got ONGC that we're talking about. Prasanna is asking about this, and he's looking for a short-term trade. I believe that he's bought 5,000. Let's pull up the shares. Yeah, so he's bought 5,000 at elevated levels, 339 in August. And he's saying that it's not crossing 260. Yeah, so that's the level that he's watching for in the near term. Vaishali, on the charts, what are the prospects?
So this is absolutely the technical resistance that he's talking about, 260 levels. So right now, I would say 235 is the support. So it is on a downward trajectory. 235 is the stop loss. So I think the stock should bounce from here on. And let's see.
Okay, so that's with regards to where ONGC is concerned. Our next caller, Shankar Narayanan, is calling in from Bengaluru. A very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Good morning, madam. I'm a regular viewer of NDTV.
Thank you so much.
Both angles, congratulations to all of you. Both today's experts, both Rajesh and Vaishali madam, I am really appreciating their way of helping us. My question is on CAMS. I recently bought some months back, 4 shares at 4177.
Okay.
After that, the price came down to 3,900. Then again, it shot up now. So, is it the right time to add, or we have to wait for the quarterly? Because their performance, everything is good. I have studied the company.
Okay.
Their mutual fund holdings, maximum support from the mutual fund industry, all those things I have learned. Their ROC, ROE are fine.
Understood.
And their PE also is below the industry. So let us have to have the view long term. I wanted to hold a long term.
Okay, Shankar. First of all, thank you so much for those kind words, and thank you so much for watching us daily. Rajesh, I'll take this up with you. He studied the company very well. What's your view with regards to where CAMS stands?
See, first of all, it's a very good thing that he has studied the company, and that should be the procedure before investing your hard-earned money. I agree to the fact that CAMS is doing very well. The numbers have been good, return ratios are good. And going forward, also with the kind of increase in SIP amount every month, I think these kind of companies, whether be it CAMS or Capintech or other capital market related companies like BSE and all are going to do well, no doubt on that. In a short term, there might be ups and downs because of market conditions and other things, but for a longer term horizon, these companies are going to give decent returns, I would say. So if you have a long term horizon, continue to hold, ignore short term price movements.
Okay. If you have a long term horizon, continue to hold is the view coming in on CAMS. All right, our next question, in fact, our next caller, Ashok is calling in from Hyderabad. Ashok, a very good morning to you. How can we help you today?
Very good morning. I'm planning to invest 5 lakhs and I'm looking for either Suzlon Energy or Inox Wind or both.
Okay.
So just I want to know. I'm investing for 6 months to 1 year.
Okay. Got your question, Ashok. Just want to...
What is the right levels to enter? What is the right levels to take an entry on those things?
Okay. Any specific reason as to why you've chosen only these two counters in the renewable energy space and wind specifically?
Yeah, going forward, I think as we are having a lot of power things were going on, but it is slowing down now. But again, I'm thinking that it will pick up in next 6 months to 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
So at the same time, it came down. At the same time, Suzlon came down from 76 levels to 64, 62 levels.
Correct.
As it is support zone, and Inox Wind also trading between 200 to 160. So it came down from that level. So that's the reason I'm looking into. I was verifying these two things.
Okay. Ashok, got your question. I'll take this up with Rajesh. Rajesh, he has almost 5 lakhs to invest in right now, and he's saying if he can go ahead and buy Suzlon or Inox Wind or maybe both. But, energy transition is going to be the next big thing. Would you recommend to go ahead and buy one of these counters and anything in the solar space as well?
See, coming one by one, the companies he has chosen is both into renewable energy, no doubt on that. Suzlon has repaid its debt, sitting on some amount of cash, going for capacity extension and all. But all said and done, both the companies are trading at their optimal valuation, and any major upside from these levels would be a little difficult task. And moreover, when you talk about long-term horizon, I think quality matters, and you should go for large cap names like a Tata Power, which is also in a renewable as far as conventional energy also. So that's a better pick, I would say, putting new money into a power sector stock for a long-term horizon.
Okay, so that's in regards to where these power companies stand. We have one more question from Srishil, who's writing in from Bengaluru, and he's currently holding JP Power. He's invested around 15,000 odd rupees. Okay, I think we've taken this. All right. Then our next caller is from Prasanna, who is, okay, we've also taken this. We have Delta Corp as the next question. Manohar Kher from Mumbai is holding 600 odd shares of Delta Corp at an average price of 152. He wants to know if you can average, hold or sell at the moment. Vaishali, on the charts for Delta Corp?
So, well, chartically, it is showing signs of improvement. Hold for a while. If this stock crosses 90-92 levels, you can expect 105. But if you have to go in this sector, I think Nazara is already in a set trend. I would prefer that.
All right. So that's it with regards to where Delta Corp stands. Our next question is from Jyoti, who's holding 500 odd quantity of the counter. She's not mentioned the counter. That's interesting. All right. We'll ask her what counter she's holding 500 shares of. But the next question is from Shrikant, then from Hyderabad. He's holding Paytm at an average price of 1376, 100 odd shares, and wants to know if you can hold or exit. Rajesh, lots has happened with this particular counter. What do you suggest? Should he continue to hold or should he sell at the moment? What should be the strategy?
See, holding would be on hopes that things would be better going forward. But I don't think one should continue to invest in a company like Paytm. The numbers have not been that exciting. There are a whole lot of negative stories going on. Competition is going up. So it's better to switch to some other NBFC, maybe a Jio, Poonawalla, the Bajaj Finserv would be a better choice at these levels. And they might help you recoup your losses, what you incur in Paytm.
Okay, so that's with regards to where these finance companies stand, fintech companies, in fact. All right, the next question is from Hariharan, who's writing in and wants to know about Jyoti Labs. He's holding 500 odd shares of Jyoti Labs, bought at 323 a piece, and wants to know if he can hold or average at the moment. Vaishali, on the charts, what are you observing, and what is the support and resistance that you see?
Well, I'll just have a look because it's on the other.
All right,
Jyoti. So I don't have the stock. Sorry, I don't have.
All right, Rajesh, in your view on Jyoti Labs, it's one of those small cap companies. In fact, not small cap, but small to medium cap companies in the FMCG space with a decent valuation.
I think one can continue to hold very strong brand. The Ujala brand belongs to Jyoti and it's doing very well. It's one of the market leader in that category. And apart from Ujala, there are a lot of other brands also with Jyoti. They are doing very well month on month, and numbers have been good. The margins have improved, and with inflation going down, I think demand from rural side is also going to go up. So maybe a target of 373 odd levels in the next 12 months is quite possible. At these levels, it's a hold. And by any chance, it comes to around 300 odd levels, it would be a add.
So that's with regards to where Jyoti Labs stands. The next question is from Angad, who's writing in from Indore. He's bought Garden Reach Shipbuilders at 1569 a piece. Wants to know if he can hold or sell at the moment. Vaishali, on the charts, how is it faring?
So I would say Garden Reach, of course, one has, if he has bought at good levels, I would say book partial profit because it is showing resistance at 3400 and currently at 3087. So if this level breaks, it can see a downslide coming to 2600 levels. So no, I'm booking partial profit.
Okay, that's with regards to where Garden Reach stands. Next question is from Vikram, who's writing in from Bengaluru. It's an interesting question. What he's saying is that he's studied EIH Limited, and he's saying that the PE appears to be least in the sector as compared to something like a chalet or ITC hotels. And it's a good dividend paying company as well, and wants to know the right levels to make an entry in this counter. And would you recommend buying this particular counter in the hotel space for the next 3 to 5 years? Rajesh, what's the view like? Is EIH the best pick in the entire hotel industry space?
See, travel and tourism has been doing very well after COVID. And all these hotel stocks are doing well. EIH, with its brand of Oberoi and all, they are into top category, I would say, and the valuations are also good. One can add to this. Apart from EIH, there are several other hotels like APJ Surendra, which is trading at a very low valuation that has a Park Hotels brand. Or even ITC, which the gentleman said, because of the expansion plan that the company has almost said that the management categorically said that they're going to double the capacity in the next 5 years. It's a debt-free company doing very well belonging to the ITC group. So I think all these three stocks are good enough and one can consider buying any one of them.
Okay, so that's with regards to where these hospitality stocks are concerned. But with that, Vaishali and Rajesh, thank you so much for joining us and taking us throughout the show and giving us all those insights. We're completely out of time on this edition of Ask Profit, but do stay tuned because know your